What is up, Pokemoshpitbeta? This is Arsena here, bringing you my third upload to this channel, and this time I'm going to do it black to white to OU style, and it's against KwandaoRen66, the YouTube, or as you guys know him, Elo. And my team here, I'm using my Heatran Gastrodon Among Us core, and for my sweepers, I'm using Latios, Thunderous Therian Form, and a Heracross with Moxie. So without further rambling about this team, let's just head straight onto this battle and see what they're made of. So I am challenged by Elo, and out comes out my green, and out comes his Shockbait. So now I have the Surf on green, and I'm just gonna go for it on the first turn because I'm not gonna overpredict here. And in case he just decides to stay in, I'm gonna get a nice chunk of damage in the Heatran, and that's just what happens. So Surf happens, and his balloon pops, and does a lot of damage. And instead, Shockbait's gonna go for the Stealth Box. So here I was anticipating him to switch, but I didn't want to switch my Pokemon because I'm locked, I'm scarfed, and I'm just gonna continue going for Surfs here, and that does a good amount to Scissor, provided it's neutral and not super effective and not stab. So here, I'm just gonna switch out because I know Scissors carry the Bug Bite, and I don't really want to take one. But instead, Elo's gonna make an awesome prediction here. He's predicting my Heatran to come in, and he's also gonna switch out a Scissor and go into his Captain Butts, which is Keldeo. Now, Keldeo is known to have Water Stab and Fighting Stab, both of which Heatran does not want to take. So Red Heart's going to switch out. In comes my Among Us, the Shroom, to take any sort of hit he wants to. He's going to go for the Secret Sword, and that's a critical hit, guys. Look at how much that does. That does absolutely nothing to my Among Us. That shows what a defensive monster it is. So now my game plan here is to get a Stun Spore on this Keldeo and hopefully cripple it. So Stun Spore happens, and now I'm going to be faster than it, and I'm going to get off my Giga Drain. So Giga Drain happens, and I'm going to get up a nice chunk of my health. And Hammer Butts is going to keep going for Secret Swords. Not doing much. Elo better switch up moves. So I'm going to go for another Giga Drain here, and he's going to decide to switch up moves, go for his more powerful Stab and Hydro Pump, and because of resistance and no rain and only one Calm Mind, I'm going to survive at 9 HP, really juicy chunk of HP, and now I'm going to decide to save my Shroom for later because of Regenerator, and I'm just going to go into Greed my Latios to just take any hit from it, and he decides to go for the Secret Sword because of the higher accuracy, and Hydro Pump has a chance of that missing. So because he's Life Orb, Keldeo is going to take itself out. Down goes Captain Butts, and that's nice to have that thing out of the way. Now in comes Proto Man. I know he's going to go for the Bullet Punch. Nothing on my team wants to take a Bullet Punch, and I want to bring in Heatran fresh. So down goes Latios. Very sad. It did some work by stalling out the Keldeo, but it didn't do much. So now Scizor's looking pretty scary, but no. In goes Heatran. It's going to scare Heatran. I mean, not Heatran, it's going to scare Scizor out with the Fire move. And I was predicting him to switch, but I was predicting him to switch into his own Heatran or into his Ditto to imposter my thing, so I go for the Earth Power, and it does nothing at all. So now, I'm going to make a very stupid move here, forget about Earthquake, mainly just to stop him from getting a free Dragon Dance, but no, he sees me staying in, he's going to go for the Earthquake, and that's going to take my Heatran flat out. So, that was sad sacking Heatran. Heatran could have probably walled Scizor even more. So now he gets his +1 Moxie. I'm not going to let him have a mini sweep here, and I'm going to go into my Electro to scare him out with the obvious Hidden Power Ice. And he's going to predict the Hidden Power Ice and go into his Heatran, his Shockbait, to take the Hidden Power Ice really nicely, like it was made of nothing. So, now that I'm choice locked into Hidden Power Ice, I cannot do anything but switch out. So I decided to switch out into my Mudguard to threaten it out with Dual Stab, but instead Elo sees that coming, and he's going to switch into his Proto Man, which is his Scizor, to wall my Gastrodon. So leftovers happens to both of us. His leftovers brings him up to more HP, and my leftovers is going to bring me up to full HP. So now here, I kind of forgot that he has Mitosis, and I'm going to stupidly go for the Scald, and Mitosis is going to imposter me, trace my Storm Drain, and is going to get Scald. So now, knowing that he's transformed into my Gastrodon, I know that my Gastrodon moveset is going to be walled by my own Among Us. So I'm going to go into my Among Us to take any hit it wants, and he's going to go for the Toxic. So Toxic doesn't affect me, I'm part Poison type. So now, my Toss is going to be switched out here by Elo, and in's going to come, I think his Heatran, yeah, his Heatran's going to come in. So now that he switched it out, I know that it's scoffed. So Heatran's gonna take the spore. It's gonna be my sleep fodder, and now I know he's guaranteed 1 turn of sleep. So I'm gonna use this to my advantage and get in my Mud Guard, because my Mud Guard is gonna just threaten Heatran out with anything it wishes to do. So the 1 turn of compulsory sleep happens here. Yeah, it happens here. And now, just in case he decides to switch out into his Mitosis, I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. 4 times super effective on Heatran anyways. So yeah, he doesn't switch out because I think he predicted him to wake up first turn, or just leave it in as death fodder. So down goes Heatran, really sad, couldn't do any work in this match for him. Besides set up rocks in the beginning, I guess. Now in comes Tiger Blood. I need a sleep fodder here, and what better sleep fodder to go into than to my Shroom. So Shroom is going to be sleep fodder for this match, and is going to take the spore, I believe. Yes, the spore, really nicely. And now all Shroom's gonna do is wait to it to wake up, and I'm gonna use my waking up sleep turn to stun spore it, paralyze it, and cripple it. So Breloom's gonna take this opportunity to Swords Dance all over my face and try Mark Punch at +2, but no. Among Us is such a defensive monster. It's gonna take that so well at +2. So now Shroom is just continuing to sleep while he goes for a +4. Shroom still sleeps, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's really sad. So now this Breloom here is gonna go for the Mark Punch at +4, natural bulk. I'm gonna survive at 40 HP. I'm gonna wake up and stun spore, so I make perfect use of my waking up turn. And unfortunately, Elo the following turn is gonna get really hacked out, as you're gonna see. He's gonna get the full para on his Breloom, not able to take me out with a Mark Punch, and I'm gonna take it out with a Sludge Bomb. So down goes Breloom. Really nice to have that big threat out of the way with spores and Mark Punch and Seed Bomb, probably Tech Flip because of Life Orb, and Shroom has done his work by taking it out. So now in comes Proto Man, the Scizor, and I know these things carry the Bug Bite, so I'm gonna go into my Gastrodon to take the Bug Bite, because I know he's not gonna go for the Bullet Punch on Among Us. So in comes Gastrodon, and I decided to speed this up a little bit, because I'm not a little bit, a lot, because Gastrodon is just gonna stall Scizor to oblivion. So Scizor's gonna come in, Scizor's gonna say, oh, you can't do anything to me, I'm gonna Swords Dance. But Gastrodon's gonna be like, oh no sir, Skull's got burned and you're gonna get burned. So now since the Scizor is burned, I know it's gonna take it to at least +4 to do some amount of damage to me. So I'm just gonna stay in and stall the Scizor out to burn with Earthquakes, just in case his Mitosis decides to come in. So Earthquake's gonna happen, Leftovers is gonna happen on both sides, then the Burn's gonna happen. So really stally, I decided to speed it up a lot. Roosting as well, so that shows how stally this bit goes. So Gastrodon's just gonna stall because he's gonna take all the hits nicely now because that is burn. So Earthquake, Leftovers, my Leftovers, then followed by his burn. So a lot of stuff happening. Just bear with me, guys. Roost again. Doesn't really matter. You're just gonna fish for a crit at some point of time, because alternate use of the move, you can just keep getting the crit. So again, Leftovers, the shenanigans at shenanigans, burn and stuff like that. I'm gonna just go for another Earthquake, and he decides to go up to +6 here. This Earthquake is gonna bring him down really low, but no, not enough. Leftovers, burn is also gonna bring him back down. So basically, burn is neglecting Leftovers. So it comes to the red, and because he's faster, he's gonna get off the roost. And hopefully this time I'm gonna get my crit, because I've been praying for it. And yes, would you know it, I do get a crit. And Leftovers is gonna save you, Scizor, because you're burnt. So burnt is going to take you down, and out goes Scizor. Gastrodon has successfully burn stalled Pokemon number 1. In comes Dynamo. Dynamo's gonna Dragon Dance, but no sir, you forgot about Skull. Skull can burn. So Skull is gonna burn Dynamo. Really unfortunate for Elo here, because Leftovers is not gonna help him now. So I'm just gonna keep Skull stalling the Salamence, and look at that, burn. Outrage does a lot, so that shows a Salamance's immense attack. And look at Outrage animation, guys, super cool. So now Burn's gonna happen, Leftover's gonna happen, yet again the same story. I still continue to speed it up. Outrage happens again. That animation is so crazy. And I'm just gonna recover, stall it even a little bit more, and he's gonna get confused. So Leftovers and Burn is happening. I mean, my Leftovers and now his Burn. So he's gonna get confused, he's gonna break out of the confusion, go for the Dragon Dance, and now I'm not gonna survive the next Outrage. So I'm just gonna Skull, do as much damage as I can, and Leftovers is gonna cure him, Burn's gonna bring him back down. all that shenanigans. So Burn comes down. He's going to snap out of confusion. Going to go for the outrage at +2. Gastron being a defensive monster is going to survive. Skull, unfortunately, not take him out. But with leftovers, he's going to be able to survive this burn. He survives the burn at 1 HP as shown in his stream. And now an outrage with that sexy ass animation is going to take Mudguard out. So he's going to get Moxie, but that's going to be short-lived as Burn's going to take him out down now. So now I know all he has left is his Mitosis, and he's going to transform into something. So I'm going to decide to go into my Thunderous Tyrian form here. And now if Thunderous is not able to take the hidden power, I'm going to lose because I have nothing to take down this Ditto. So he's going to Imposter, trace the thing, and go for the hidden power. And hopefully it'll be hidden power Ice. But no, now as we're soon going to find out, hidden power does not copy, it takes your own IVs. So that's going to be hidden power Dark. That is not going to take me out, and this hidden power is going to take Elo's Mitosses out. Super effective, choice specs, Thunderous, all that good stuff, and down goes Thunderous. So that was a great game, Elo. I really enjoyed, and if you guys enjoyed this video, you're welcome to leave a like rating and subscribe to the Mosh Pit. And if you do like my narrations, you're welcome to check out my channel, which should be in the description down below. And until next time, bye!